Hey guys, I thought I'd say hi. Probably not much to say today, although I usually think of something to say by the end of the broadcast or taping or whatever this is going to be. There's my Wikipedia t shirt supporting Wikipedia. Uh, something in the background, oh, that's my window. I could tell you more about my life. Like I said, I lived in Phoenix for a while. Came to California in 1973. When I came to California, my friend Kathy and I came here to do some uh, protest work, nonviolent civil disobedience type stuff. And we had in mind to do some work at the Institute for the Study of Nonviolence, which had been founded by Joan Baez and Lee Swanson, or Swanson, that's my understanding. Of course, we didn't tell anybody we were coming. The day after we got settled in, something came on the screen there. The day we got, after we got settled in East Palo Alto in the studio apartment I mentioned a few weeks ago, we went to the Institute, which was on, what is that street next to University? Starts with an L. Leighton, something like that. Anyway, that was the last day of the Institute for the Study of Nonviolence. They were closing it down. I thought that was pretty amazing that we got there on the very last day. So, not to be deterred, I'm eating some delicious banana bread that my housemate made. Not to be deterred, Kathy moved up to Berkeley and became part of Scripps People Live, which is Claude somebody who was a student of Dr. Thomas Harris. I'm okay, you're okay. And I stayed living in East Palo Alto, but I would commute by bus up to San Francisco to volunteer at the War Resistance League and some other place, I don't remember. Oh no, well yeah, War Resistance League. And some place with the word tax in it, I think. I don't remember. I want to say Tax Resistance League, but that's probably not it. Anyway, then after a while I went to live on a land trust that had been loosely associated with the Institute, which was in East Palo Alto on Oakdale. Probably still there. Then I just started living my life. I moved over onto Alma Street in Palo Alto itself, because I met a couple named Cookie and Gino, and started working at a place before or after some other jobs. I started working at a place called Quality Mart, which was on California Avenue in Palo Alto at that time, which was early 70s. Anyway, what else can I tell you? So I met one of my, what I would call lifetime friends at Quality Mart, a man named Doug Bainton, who we've been friends all these years now, which is what, about 50 years probably. Maybe it's more, I don't know. Anyway, very cool guy. He lived in Palo Alto, I think, at that time, and then later moved to Oregon, and then later got married and moved to Iowa. And I never finished college. I took 2 years at Bowling Green State in Ohio, but I never finished my bachelor's. Doug went on to get a doctorate in history, and much of his adult life he taught at I want to say the University of Iowa. And just a few years ago he retired. Great guy. He wrote at least 1 or 2 books. His concentration in part was the history of disability rights in America. Yeah, very cool. Douglas Bainton. And I think as a book author he put his middle initial in there, which I don't remember. And then while I lived in Palo Alto, I met my other lifelong friend because he was renting a room in a house where someone I became friends with lived, a gal named Debbie Yelton. And that guy's name is Peter Herring. He's a writer. I've often said in public that I believe his writing is very exceptional, exceptionally good. We have common interests in some writers, such as Samuel Beckett and other people from the 20th century. Peter's been on the show, but he's relatively shy. Sitting here eating my banana bread, I set up my computer to make a copy of more than 4,000 MP4 files and put them all in one folder. So that process is going to take 2 or 3 hours, I think. It's 269 gigabytes, maybe. So, but it represents the large majority of all my shows and podcasts and everything else. This way I'll have all of it in one folder that I can, replicate plus put on a external hard drive. I've got several external hard drives that are 2 to 4 terabytes a piece. So, but this is going to take a long time. When it first started, it said it was going to take an hour and like 10 minutes. Now it says about 3 hours, which I think is more accurate, and it's okay because I'm going to either sleep or get on TikTok or do something. Anyway, I could probably do a TikTok live on one of the other phones while I'm on this phone talking to you guys. Probably. TikTok likes us to do one live a day, and they like us to do them for, seems like their suggestion is about an hour or more. I find it hard to sustain that much time, but I might do it anyway. Mm-hmm. As I mentioned to you guys a week or two ago, I now have 3 phones, and I'm finding it very helpful for producing video, especially given that my computer is not old, but just so infected with something or multiple somethings that it works very, very poorly. Today I had a show set up with 3 ladies, and my audio wouldn't work again. Even after I thought I tested it. So I think temporarily I'm going to have to tape my shows on the phone, which I'm going to be curious to see what the reaction is to my existing customers, former customers, future customers. I think most people are getting so used to phones that it possibly will be a viable option. I just wish the computer worked better, or I could afford a new one, or both. I'd like to have 2 computers up here, to tell you the truth, but that does not seem to be happening at all. Okay, I'm looking for TikTok. The thing about TikTok is once I go on there, at least the last time I went on,
for just $10,000, you can take this 2-story villa away.
You can see. Anyway, last time I went on live, there were so many people popping up to join my live, which is good, but also you got to sit there and say all their names, which is, I mean, whatever. It's kind of a pain in the neck, but, you know, what can I say? Alright, probably going to go live on TikTok. They say that you should try to be consistent with the time of day that you go live. And one lady on TikTok suggested you either do the lives in the morning when people are waking up, at their lunchtime, or in the evening. So I'm going to do mine in the evening. She said 9 to 11, but it's 8. That's good enough. Trying to remember how to do it live now. Sugarfoot. Let me see. I think the big button in the middle is it. Yeah, it has a notion called live. It has a option called live. And it says go live. In 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, I'm live. I don't think I went live yesterday, but I'm live right now. Hope you guys are well. I think I'll start tapping the screen. And today we actually have symbols, hearts and such. The other day when I was tapping the screen, we got no symbols. It would change the numbers, but it wouldn't give symbols. I like to create a certain number of likes to give the false impression that I'm actually liked. So there you go. Someone named Tragic F just joined. Hi, Tragic F. What time did I go live? Probably 8:04 p.m. May 31, 2025. So, okay, someone whose name is in possibly Russian, I can't see it, joined. Graceland joined. Hi, Graceland. And, I don't know, I'm probably gonna just sit this down somewhere. Let me do that. Let me try this. Alright, I'm gonna sit that right there, hopefully. I hope. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, kids. I can't always see all your names. I apologize. Alex, Tens, Lindsay, Alex, Dicko, Sophia, Natalie, AI, Matia, Digest, thousands of names, McChambers, Sophia, hi McChambers, Vivian, Jalisik. Something's making a noise. Anyway, you guys, I'm just living the dream here. I know TikTok likes us to do this for an hour. I don't know if I'll be able to. I am repeating things, which is that I'm eating banana bread made by my wonderful housemate, who is a friend. Always trying to get enough money for food and medicine and heat and air conditioning and stuff. Hey guys, I do love you guys. I just don't know that Lincoln, Michigan. Lots of very cool people. Hey, Allie, thank you, honey. God bless you, sweetie. You guys are giving me gifts. Oh my gosh. I never know how to refund the gifts. How do you? I'll have to go on Gemini or somebody and ask. I don't know. Does TikTok have like an AI assistant yet? Probably does. I just don't know that. What are you eating? Banana bread? Do I have kids? No. I really didn't want kids because I was abused. I was really afraid I would hit them even though I promised myself I wouldn't. I just felt like after so much abuse I would hit them anyway in a moment of weakness. So I didn't. Violation detected. Boy, what am I doing? End live now to avoid suspension. Really? Seriously? I get that. What the heck am I doing wrong? Is that really a thing, or is that just somebody? I guess if I get suspended, I'll know for sure, huh? Oh my God. I have no idea. I'm putting up my famous pancake, sugar-free pancake syrup container here to hold the phones in place. Oh Lord, guys, really? I just followed you, thank you. It's not real. I don't know what that means. Okay, someone with numbers as their username. Marcus. Hello, Marcus. And someone else's name I can't pronounce. I don't know, guys. What can I say? Anyway, I'm taping this live, but I'm also taping it again on another phone as a recording. So there. I don't know what that means or not doesn't mean or anything, but just thought I'd let you know. Transparency and all that stuff. Oh boy. I'm very troubled by the massive destruction that Trump is causing. If you're left-wing radical or left of middle Democrat, consider following me on TikTok or other platforms. I might as well tell you guys what I do, even though most of you should know by now, but, well, should is a bad word, but I'm a TV producer, been doing it 23 years, out of a public access station called KMV, MV like Mountain View, KMVT15.org in Mountain View, California. Post-COVID, I don't really go into the TV station. I just send them about one show a month digitally. But back, not 2 years ago. I started a little company, tiny company back in like September or October of 2023, but I just kind of messed around with it for several months, and I didn't know if I was going to keep doing it or what. I just knew that I wanted to make more videos like I used to at the TV station. And then in February of 2024, we got our first 1 or 2 clients. And that was fun. We got very few clients so far. I mean, probably a total of 15 paid clients in 2 years. And bear in mind, I've done, over the 23 years, we've done about 700 shows. Anyway, so then, sometime in 2024, I filed a I live in Fremont, California, local Fremont, California tax license. And originally I was going to call my company Mark Isaac Potter Communications, which is a name I've liked for many years, but I couldn't. I'm a disabled person. I don't have rides everywhere. And I looked on the fictitious name website for the county clerk, and it said if you're filing your very first fictitious name statement, you have to physically come into our office in Oakland. You can't do it online. So I realized I was never going to have the money or anything else to go from Fremont to Oakland, which is probably, 40, 50, 60 miles. So I changed my company name back to my own personal name, which I think is the only name you can have if you don't have a fictitious name. So my company name is my own name, period. Mark Isaac Potter. I changed it at the city of Fremont and tried to change it everywhere else. I'm just rambling, but at least I'm telling you stuff. I'm part of a group called Alignable, which is a business community website with 9 million members. It is pretty good. To me, it's more personal and more friendly than LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great place. I'm on there a lot, but Alignable seems more personal. They do a lot of web meetings. They do a thing called Smart Connects, which is very popular. We do a lot of them. and it's just kind of speed dating for business. You meet for an hour or so, and you get 5 to 7 minutes with any one other person who's in that meeting, and then they do that, that 7-minute thing with a different person over and over and over. So you're meeting one person who's a business person, one-on-one. A lot of my business is B2B, so that's good for me. You're not supposed to sell in these speed dating things. You're supposed to get to know each other, which I try to do, and then I try to follow up with people as best I can. And I've gotten a few guests on the show that way. I don't usually charge people, but I have charged a few people. But my YouTube channel, I have a lot of Gmail accounts, and each one, of course, comes with a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel I use for this quote-unquote business is on my main email, which is MIPC441. And of course, you can imagine MIPC was originally meant to stand for Mark Isaac Putter Communications. So it's MIPC441@gmail. And the YouTube channel attached to that email, I've named Mark Isaac Putter Presents, from a suggestion by a friend of what to name on my new show. Because I have another show at KMBT called In Our Community. And actually I've posted a lot of the In Our Community videos on Mark Isaac Putter Presents, even though they're also still playing at KMBT. So when I started, Mark Isaac Putter Present had 0 videos, and now, a year and a half later, it's got like 400. About 100 of which are from KMBT, and the other 300 are just interviews, and some are duplicates of shows. Some are just me talking nonsense to the camera. So, yeah, I don't know. I clear my throat a lot. I did 3 interviews with a gal in Albania. This story's going somewhere. I did 3 interviews with a gal in Albania named Dr. Suzanne Gilner Zuck, I think. And after doing 3 shows, she said, well, I don't like the shows because you were clearing your throat so much. So I'm going to take her shows down, or I already have, or I will in the future. And she wants to redo them, which is fine. I didn't charge her. Won't charge her the second time. But the computer's now messed up. The audio won't play when I'm doing a Zoom. I can hear it play stuff like YouTube Shorts or TV shows. But when I'm doing a Zoom, they cannot hear me. I can hear them. And I think that's because I tried to put in a virtual cable at one point. And then I tried to take it back out again and take it off as the default. And I've just somehow messed up the audio system. So I'm hoping to go on Gemini and have a Gemini walk me through how to try to fix it. Did you fight in the Civil War? I'm glad you asked that question, because I joke a lot that I grew up with Abraham Lincoln's father, so I probably would have been too old to fight in the Civil War, but... Okay, you've got a flash goal. I don't know what a flash goal is. What did you do for work? I worked at Stanford University as a blue-collar person, a copy person, which you guys will think of as a printer, but printers don't think of copy people as printers. They think of them as bastard children. Especially real printers who do like Heidelbergs and the big printing presses. They think of both duplicator press people and copy people as not real printers. Just followed you. Thank you. Someone sent me a rose. Thank you for 5 roses. Thank you. Person whose name I can't read. Somebody teach me how to redeem this stuff or whatever you're supposed to do with it. I have no idea how to do that. It's got the #1 gifter badge. Congratulations. Follow the live creator. Say happy birthday to Gabe. Hi, Gabe. Someone named Bobby. Yeah, a lot of people join. I don't always say your names, which I am sorry for, but start a flash goal. I don't even know what a flash goal is. Should I start asking Gemini all this stuff? You guys? Maybe I should. Let me go over here to my... You know I'm going to turn my head when I work on the computer. Let me see here. Oh my God. Alright, I got all this stuff. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 YouTube channels open because I've been uploading videos today like I do many days. Oh God, I have a headache. I should take some Tylenol. I'm going to turn the fan up. I know it makes a noise, but it's hot in here and I don't. I can't really afford air conditioning. My housemate is very sensitive about the bills. I pay a lot for rent, plus I pay for groceries, even though I buy most of mine, but she makes some meals. I pay a lot extra for heat, like an extra $200 a month, which would pay for air conditioning in the summer, except I would have to put a air conditioning unit in my room, which would probably be even more expensive. So I don't know. I gotta try to start making money. We do have prices at Mark Isaac Clutter Presents. We do have prices. I'm gonna preface this by saying that most people who do what I do, who do it in a more sophisticated way than I do, charge $12,000 to $60,000 per episode. Not kidding. Yes, I have examples of places that do that. In fact, I took those numbers off one of their websites. We hardly ever actually charge, but when we do charge, we charge between $400 and $800. $400 and $800 depending on the level of service, which you can see is just a fraction of what someday I was going to do the math. Not that I know how to do math. I'd like to depict myself as a complete idiot who is not capable of anything. I used to teach television at KMET. Oh dear God. I would move the camera if you, but I don't feel like it. I've got this thing on my computer that's been on there for months now. Comes up and has an advertisement, and you have to click like 5 different advertisements to get it to go away. Comes up as often as every 30 minutes. I am keeping a record of how often it comes up. That's why I know it's come up hundreds and hundreds of times in the last few months. Some of the companies that are in this terrible scam thing are Avast, A-V-A-S-T, McAfee, Microsoft, Support.com. I did show you guys this. I moved the camera last time and accidentally put my thumb in the wrong place and shut the show off, which is why I'm not doing it again today. So, it's pretty disgusting. Comes up every half an hour. It doesn't come up every day, but the times it comes up, it seems to do it every half an hour for a few hours and then stops. Anyway, on my computer I've got 6 windows open with where I've either been uploading shows or I'm trying to upload shows, and I was going to ask Gemini something about TikTok, but now I don't even remember what it was I was going to ask. I do have some dementia, for real, you guys. Not joking. And I have a learning disability, and I have a very long list of other disabilities. I have 6. I have some physical disabilities, like I had a heart attack, I have congestive heart failure, I have arthritis, but I also have 6 different diagnoses to my mental illness, and I can never seem to remember all 6 at any one given time, but I'll try to write them down here, maybe that'll help. One is called disassociation, which is kind of one of the more serious ones. It's very complicated, mysterious. I looked up some stuff on Wikipedia about it once and tried to write an article, and then another one is PTSD. That's from having been raped and then almost murdered, for real. One of them is called clinical depression. One of them is called general anxiety disorder, GAD. And I have been in psychiatric hospitals many times. I would estimate somewhere between 8 and 12 times, probably. All over the Bay Area. Good Sam, Stanford, Fremont. God, I can't even. El Camino, each one several times. So we got disassociation, PTSD, clinical depression, GAD, bipolar, and I always forget at least one, and I don't know. Tonight, in the middle of my sleep, the other one will come to me, but there's one more at least. Anyway, yeah, I got another phone. I have 3 phones. Maybe I'll ask the other phone to tell me. As a computer, my computer looks so overloaded right now trying to do its, like I said, it's trying to download 4,000 MP4 files or make a copy of over 4,000 MP4 files, which is 268 gigabytes of data it's copying. But the web, I've got this YouTube stuff up here. I'm tempted to do even more uploads, frankly, but I don't know if I will. God, this thing came up again. That's within like a couple of minutes. It's been doing that too. Let's see. The last one was what, like 2 or 3 minutes ago? I went through them all, so I'm going to say 8:25 p.m. was a few minutes ago, and 8:29 p.m. is now. Boy, oh boy, it's been doing that. It's been doing it not just every half an hour, but doing it in groups of 2, where it does it within 5 minutes and then waits a half an hour and then does 2 more in 5 minutes. And it's a series of, see, that's 3, that's 4, Microsoft Office. This time they rotate them around. Okay. Support.com. And there's other companies at the bottom of the last page, like Netflix, Telegram, WhatsApp, and some other gaming. Netflix, Zoom, Telegram, WhatsApp, and something called Steam? Steam, which I think is some kind of gaming app. I'm not sure. Twitch or something. Alright, so that's that. So now I'm on my YouTubes again here. I'm looking at these various YouTubes. Looks like I set them up to start uploading, but I didn't actually start the physical uploading. So maybe I'll do that. It's going to slow down the copying of the 4,000 files, but since the computer's not working right, I really don't care on some level anyway. I mean, it's not like I'm using it for much of anything. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. And I started my live at 8:04, so we got to try to go to at least 9:04. And the other recording that I made is at 41 minutes, which once I take that recording down, I'm going to have to plug in the phone and let it run all night just to post to wherever, YouTube or whatever, because on the phone it takes forever to post. Anyway, yeah, but I am still going to keep going. Alright, so let's do that. Let's try to upload some stuff. I'm going to get rid of this notebook here. I'm going to make sure this phone is open, so as the French would say, on. Ouvre la porte. Je ne parle pas français parce que je n'étudie pas dans l'université. Comprenez-vous? It's probably one of the few sentences I know in French ever. I'm looking for Gemini, and there's Gemini. Alright, what did we want to ask Gemini about TikTok? What is I want to say flatulence, but what is this thing that we said, hey daddy, yeah right, more like your grandpa. Join live as a guest. Invite Don Bile. Yes, Don Bile, and join. Some kind of flash thing? Flash goal. Okay. Gemini, can you answer questions about TikTok? If you can, here are some of my questions. Number one, what is a flash goal on TikTok? Number two, how long does TikTok want us to do a live when we go live? Number three, what are the best times of day to post a live on TikTok? Number four, what is the best time of day to post recorded videos on TikTok? Number five, how in God's name do you redeem things that people give you when you're doing a live, such as money or roses or other things? Number six, can you please list as many of the things that people can possibly give you during a live as you yourself know about? Number seven, please do reassure me that you can eventually tell me how to redeem stuff on a live. Okay, those are my 7 questions so far. I will have other questions in a few minutes. Thank you. I'm going to push the button now, dear Gemini. I'll read to you guys what she or he says. Yeah, my God. What a world. I want to make a phone call somewhere, but last time I did that I messed up because I called the lady in Albania And it was the middle of the night there. I called because her WhatsApp said she was available, so I figured she was up. But okay, Gemini. I've taught Gemini to do one thing at a time, so it's only doing one at a time. So number one, I'm going to turn down my fan. Number one. Okay, Gemini. Yes, Mark. We can answer your questions about TikTok. I'll give you one step at a time as you asked, which I did ask for in the past. First, let's talk about flash goals. A flash goal on TikTok refers to content you post with the aim of attracting new followers and boosting engagement from your current audience. These are videos designed to spark engagement and be easily shareable or replicatable by the community, often to help set a new trend. Well, I tell you guys, somebody wants me to co-host. Do I want to do that? No, not right now. I'm too new at this, and I have a learning disability. So my views on TikTok, I have always been in what they call 200 view jail ever since I got on TikTok. I probably did something early that pissed off TikTok or ByteDance or somebody. So I get very little views, very few views. I don't try to run my TikTok through my YouTube. If I did, it would give me a few more YouTube numbers, but for me it's easier just to download stuff on the computer version of TikTok to TikTok and then post it now and then. Is Grant on the nice list? I have no idea. Violations detected in live now. I keep getting these messages. I don't know if they're real or not. Miss, do you dance? What the hell kind of a question is that? Oh, Lord. People are weird. Some of you guys are weird, and I'm weird. Alright, that was number one. I'm going to go over it again. A flash goal on TikTok refers to content you post with the aim of attracting new followers and boosting engagement from your current audience. These are videos designed to spark engagement and be easily shareable or replicable by the community, often to help set a new trend. I promise you I'm probably never going to set a new trend. Ever. Okay, I'm going to say next to Google, which is Gemini, which will give me the next one answer of my 7 questions. Next one, please. Okay, certainly. Mark, number 2. TikTok doesn't have a strict rule for how long you quote-unquote should go live. The ideal length can depend on your content and audience. However, many successful live streamers aim for at least 30 minutes to an hour to allow time for people to join and engage. Some go much longer, even several hours. It's about keeping your audience engaged for the duration. Well, I think you guys should just come and go as you please, frankly. When I used to do seminars, I think I would even allow people to come and go. By the way, my mentioning the word seminar, I'm going to go get a electrical recharge cord here. I think I'm going to borrow the one from the fan. because I want to, this phone I'm on, they probably all need to be recharged. I'm worrying about this one because it keeps going out so much. Gets dark very quick. I mean, often. In fact, now it's gone black. Come on, guys. All right, let me check this, see what it does. It says we're at 62%. I don't know. I'm just nervous. I'm going to leave this. All right, so I got to read each one of these more than once because I have a learning disability. Number 2, TikTok doesn't have a strict rule for how long you should go live. The ideal length can depend on your content and audience. However, many successful live streamers aim for at least 30 minutes to an hour to allow time for people to join and engage. Some go much longer, even several hours. It's about keeping your audience engaged for the duration. Well, I could read you some literature. I love Samuel Beckett. He's written a lot of fun stuff, and his style is still, I mean, he wrote what? God, 50, 60, 70 years ago, but still, his style is still pretty innovative. All right, let me do the next one here. I'm going to write next. God. All right. Number 3. The best times to post a live on TikTok can vary depending on your audience's location and habits. However, general advice often suggests these are times for optimal engagement. Number 1, early afternoon to early evening, i.e. 1 to 5, which is just exactly the opposite of what the person on TikTok said. They said like noon or mealtime. So it's a nice thing. All the experts disagree about what to do. It gives us blue collar people real hope, not all right, ice cold water. I put water in a zero Gatorade bottle and then I put it in the freezer about 3/4 full. And then once it freezes solid, I add a little water at the top and it'll stay cold and give me a few sips of cold water throughout the day. All right, so best times start TikTok. Early afternoon to early evening, 1 to 5. Many people are on their lunch breaks or listening or finishing work and might be scrolling. Evening or weekend, 7 p.m. to 11 on weekdays and throughout the day on weekends. This is when many people have more free time. It's often recommended to experiment and check your own TikTok analytics to see when your specific followers are most active. Yeah, I can't even spell analytics, let alone. And Gemini keeps misspelling my name even though I've asked it to correct itself. Oh. Okay, that was question 3 out of 7. So, next. Okay, here we go. I should put a TV show on the computer. And by the way, I never did start uploading stuff. Number 4. Similar to live streams, The best times to post recorded videos in TikTok can also depend on your specific audience. Which, can I shout out to any of these people? Stephanie, Notification, Karen, Kason, Gianna, Brill, I can't see that. Where's my magnifying glass? Not that I should try to read all the names, I guess, but All-Star, somebody, Zoe, Blair, George written incredibly small, B, AJ Cricket, CJ Jones, Catherine, Brooke, RY, Owen M, Stephanie was here today, Ebob, Xander, Allie, Haley. Could do this for 10 hours. I do appreciate you guys. Allie, Chase, Morgan, Riley, Legacy, Haley, Yo Boy, Shings, Emma. People are coming in fast. That's kind of amazing. I appreciate it. Aubrey. Well, thanks, guys. Alright, let's get back to our TikTok. Also, we can get Gemini. We can get Gemini to tell us a dad joke, probably. Alright, so best times to post. Depends on your audience. Widely recommended weekdays 6 to 10. Afternoons 2 to 5. Evenings 7 to 11. Da 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 da. Okay. Next. Alright, I think we should have it tell us that. I don't know if you guys like dad jokes. Number 5, regarding how to redeem things like money or roses that people give you during a live, the money or roses you receive are actually virtual gifts that your viewers purchase with real money and then send to you. These virtual gifts convert into diamonds in your TikTok account. To redeem these, you typically need to. It gives you a long list of stuff. Go to your profile in the TikTok app. Tap the 3 lines or dots. Menu icon in the top right. Select settings and privacy. Look for balance or live gifts. From there, you should see your diamond balance and options to withdraw them. TikTok converts these diamonds into real money that you can then withdraw to a linked PayPal account or other supported payment method. I have a couple of PayPals, so alright. Well, that's more information than I had. I'm gonna copy, well, it's gonna give me a public link, so let me do that. Try to not forget with this stuff. Oh, Gemini notes about TikTok. Gemini notes about TikTok. Oh. Okay, next. Okay. 6. Here, okay, Mark, here's a list of many of the things people can give you during a TikTok live. During a TikTok live, Viewers can send various virtual gifts to show their appreciation and support. These gifts are purchased with TikTok coins, which users buy with real money and then converted into diamonds for the streamer. Here are some common examples of gifts: roses, hearts, TikTok logo and coins, confetti and fireworks, sports cars and supercars, diamonds, lions and dragons, gifts with animals, such as pandas, dogs, or kittens, food items like ice cream or donuts, gemstones and jewelry, emotes and emojis, specific themed gifts. These can change over time or be related to current events or seasons. The actual value and appearance of these gifts can vary, and TikTok frequently updates its gift options. Okay, next. We're learning something, right, guys? Does anybody have objections to dad jokes later? Might be Matthew join live as a guest. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to have to look that up. Maybe I'll do that today. Hi, Grandma. Yeah, right. Hi, Grandpa. Just sent a gift. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the gifts. God bless you. I do appreciate it. I love you guys. I love you guys a lot. Seriously. And by the way, you're allowed to come on my show. My links are in the bio. My information, my phone number, my email. I would suggest doing both, because if your email address is not in my email system, your email may just go into spam or some other place I can't find it. So maybe voicemail me, text me, email me, whatever. Phone's frequently off because as a TV producer I'm hella busy, and just followed you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. How do you know Homestuck? Hi, do you know Homestuck? I don't know anybody named Homestuck. So, are you trying to say something else? Carson, A. Supak Pancakes. I don't shut up. McLondon. Addie. McLandon. Delaney. Elliot. Sir Goontastic. Molite. Gibby. Somebody else. Joe. Unpronounceable. Ava. People join and then go out and join back, which is fine. Whatever works. This is my Wikipedia shirt. Very proud of being a Wikipedia supporter for many years. I give them a small monthly. In fact, sometimes I give them 2 small monthlies. Yes, Mark, I can actually absolutely reassure you about that, whatever number 7 was. As I mentioned in question 5, you can redeem the virtual gifts you receive, and blah blah blah, told me how. Now, you've now gone through all of your 7 questions. You have more questions. Yes, I have at least 2 more questions and maybe more. How do I let someone co-host a live? What procedure do I go through on TikTok to have someone co-host live? Okay, let's see what the answer is here. Ah, start your own TikTok live. First, you need to go live yourself. Open the TikTok app, tap the plus button, swipe to live. Yeah. Okay, got that. Next. Okay, we did that. Once you're live, look for the invite icon or a similar icon that looks like two interlocking circles or a person with a plus sign. Who are some of these people? I gotta go find my... Oh my god. What do we got here? Molit, Joey, Molee, again, Mike Jackman, Jack, Lucas, Bree, Alenda, Chunko, Zachary, Sienna, Meth, Landon Pope, Brooklyn, and Apple user Lex, Henry Ford, Anthony William, Liliana J, Tommy Mosier, Mrs. Girl, Jake, Bryn, Sin, Dallas, Sarah, Haley, Jaylene, Blake, TikToker, Ruthie, Omar, Alana, some names I can't read or just have symbols, Anna, Maddie, Craig, Jessica, Liam, Caroline, Bella, Lore, Richard, Serving, Unknown, Evan, Mary, X, Debbie, Lucas, Marie, Ethan, Cadence, Brandon, JP, Isaiah, 7, Emma, Jordan, Rami, A, Jakelin, Mia. Alright, I did a few. I apologize to those of you that don't get mentioned. And I apologize to those of you for whom I'm not able to read your entire name. Oh my god.
But before we get started, take a quick look at this important information.
Really? Like what? I can't even see it. Tapping the live button turns on the mic. Some features like apps aren't available. Recordings of your interactive live and I don't know what the hell she's talking about here. Respect others' privacy. Recordings of your interactions, content you are shared with it are shared and processed per the Gemini apps. Privacy, whatever. Okay.
Alright, let's start chatting whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let's start chatting. I mistakenly hit the live, but I earlier couldn't figure out what in the heck how to make you live anyway. I know we talked yesterday. By the way, I'm on another live with people from TikTok. So, your name is Gemini, right? You don't go by any other names?
Yes, Mark, that's correct. I'm Gemini. I don't go by any other names.
I wish you would somehow. Anyway, now I can't find you again. Where in the hell did
I'm
you
sorry
go?
you're having trouble finding me again.
That's weird.
I'm sorry.
My screen is. Well, I have some disabilities, like I tell everybody constantly.
I
My.
understand, Mark. It sounds like you might.
Huh.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm not sure what you're asking me. Could you please rephrase your question?
My screen does not show you right now. Instead,
I
my.
understand, Mark. It,
Okay.
Mark, I'm still here. I understand that you're having some trouble with your screen. Perhaps restarting your device might help.
Well, what helped was just to go over the apps and push your name, Gemini, and that brought you back. But I'm glad you're here because I don't know what to say to these kids on TikTok. I think they expect me to be entertaining, and I never feel like I'm really entertaining. I've tried to tell them that I'm a TV producer. Any suggestions about what to tell the... I call them kids. I probably shouldn't call them kids, but any comments from you, Gemini?
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm not sure what you're asking me. Could you please rephrase your question?
Ha ha! You're being difficult this evening. Now I can't find the live again. Where'd it go? Huh. Sugarfoot. Huh. Okay. Well, now I've got Gemini, but I don't have the live version. How do I... There we go. Hello.
Hey there.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Well, you forget from moment to moment. I lost you and you came back within a few seconds, but you don't remember yet. They haven't updated you to have a solid memory.
You're right. I don't have a perfect memory yet, but I'm always learning and improving. Hopefully someday I'll be able to remember everything. In the meantime, I'll do my best to help you with whatever you need.
Okay, so what I need is figure out what to say to these kids on TikTok. Give me some suggestions.
Okay, I can help you with that. First, tell me a little more about your TikTok and what kind of vibe you're going for. Are you trying to be funny, share information, or something else?
Trying to stay awake. I'm a writer, so some of us writers are, shall I say, rather dark people. Which can you handle that or not?
Okay, I can handle that. So you're a writer with a darker edge looking for TikTok content.
No, I'm creating. No, I'm creating TikTok content.
Got it, you're creating TikTok content. So are you looking for ideas on what to say in your videos or something else?
What you just said. Looking for ideas of what to say in my videos, and something that does not like violate my own vibration as a writer and a person. Yeah.
Okay, let's brainstorm some TikTok ideas that fit your vibe. How about sharing a super short, creepy story snippet and asking viewers to finish it in the comments? Or maybe a video with some dark humor about the struggles of being a writer. We could even do a dramatic reading of a particularly intense piece you've written. What do you think?
I like all three of those ideas. You're reminding me of a certain comedian? What the hell? Oh, sorry, Gemini. My TikTok live just did something very weird. Live will end in 4 minutes and 47 seconds. Oh my god. What does that mean?
If you're
Drag
asking about the year,
the puzzle piece into place. Okay.
okay, I'm ready to help you with that. Okay, I'm ready to help you with that. What's the puzzle piece look like?
I'm doing it now. I'm working on it right now.
Okay, let me know if you get stuck or need help figuring out where a piece goes. I'm here for you.
Huh. Well, that was weird. TikTok.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you hear.
TikTok gave me some kind of a challenge, I guess, to see that I was really here or something. It made me answer some puzzle pieces. Maybe that's just a test to make sure that we're... Swipe right to view more comments? I got plenty of comments already. Anyway, let's go back to the dark stuff. Why don't you tell me a joke that has a dark edge and I'll pass it on to the viewers at TikTok.
Sure. Here's one for you. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
Ha ha. That's a dad joke. Cute. Your screen did something funny just now. I don't know what. The image displays...
Was it?
Oh, I'm going to read
Okay.
what you're saying to me. I mean, I've got your image, plus I've got... Weird.
Okay, I'm ready to help you with that.
The image displays a gradient background which is characterized by a smooth transition between shades and colors. I have no idea what that is. Alright, I am going to go back. There we go. Gemini's on hold. Look. Okay, are you here?
Oh. Yep, I'm here. What's up?
Well, it's a long story. Okay. Tell me things that you know about the writer named Samuel Beckett, since he's one of my favorites, and I will lovingly pass it on to the kids over at TikTok, who are starting to leave in droves, I think. Anyway, go ahead. Tell me what you know about Samuel Beckett.
Samuel Beckett was an Irish novelist. He was born in Dublin, Ireland in 1906 and died in Paris in 1989. Beckett is considered one of the last modern writers and one of the first postmodern ones. He is a major influence on many writers who came after him. He was a very private person, and not a lot is known about his personal life. What else would you like to know?
If I like Samuel Beckett, who in the... I'm out of breath because I have a heart
If you like
condition.
Samuel Beckett,
Would I like...
okay, I understand. I'm here.
If I like Samuel Beckett, what writer in the 21st century would I also like?
If you enjoy Samuel Beckett, you might also appreciate the works of Cormac McCarthy. He's known for his sparse prose and dark themes, much like Beckett. Have you read any of his books?
Can you please spell his name very slowly for me?
Sure thing. It's C-O-R-M-A-C-M-C-C-A-R-T-H-Y.
I can't understand that.
My apologies. Let me try again. Speaking more slowly. C-O-R-M-A-C-M-C-C-A-R-T-H-Y.
Oh my God. Okay, let me do it again. Wait, don't say anything yet. Let me write it. Let me spell it out while you say it. Give me the first name only, please. Spell the first name very slowly, please. I'm going to write it.
Okay, I'll spell it slowly for you. It's C-O-R-M-A-C.
You call that slow?
My apologies. I'll try again. C-O-R-M-A-C.
All right, last name?
Okay, the last name is M. C-C-A-R-T-H-Y.
All right, can you give me the name of another writer who I might almost like, if I like Beckett?
If you enjoy Beckett's work, you might also like the writing of Harold Pinter. He was a Nobel Prize-winning British playwright known for his minimalist dialogue and exploration of power dynamics. Have you ever read any of his plays?
No. Can you give me the name of a female writer from the 21st century whom I might also like?
If you like Beckett, you might enjoy Sarah Kane. She was a British playwright known for her intense and often disturbing works that explore themes of love, pain, and redemption. Have you heard of her?
No, this is nice. I'm learning stuff. Okay, so give me two facts about Anne Ernaux. She's a French, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. She's a French writer that won the Nobel Prize a few years back. And she might have written a book called The Years. Does any of that ring a bell?
Well, Annie Ernaux is a French author known for her autobiographical works. She won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 2022. The Years is one of her most famous books.
Okay, what part of France does she live in?
Annie Ernaux was born in Lillebonne, Normandy, and raised in Yvetot, where her parents had a cafe and grocery store. She studied at the University of Rouen and later became a secondary school teacher. She now lives in Cergy, Val d'Oise, in the Paris region.
Aw, how cool. If I said something to you in French, could you tell me how good or bad my pronunciation is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Fire away.
Okay, here we go. This is one of the few full sentences that I know in French. Je ne parle,
Okay, I'm ready to hear your French.
je ne parle pas français parce que je n'étudie pas dans l'université.
Votre prononciation est très bonne. On dirait que vous avez un léger accent. Mais c'est tout à fait compréhensible. Vous avez étudié le français à l'université?
Je ne comprends très lentement, s'il vous plaît.
I'm sorry. I'll speak more slowly. You said, je ne parle pas français parce que je n'étudiais pas dans l'université. Your pronunciation is very good. It sounds like you have a slight accent, but it's perfectly understandable. Did you study French at university?
Yes, a little bit. I studied in junior high. I studied in high school. I studied in college. I really love French writers. I just never could get very far with learning the French language, no matter how many times I've studied. Like I've even studied on Duolingo. Still, no, just not. I don't know. I want to learn. Yeah. Anyway, I want to say other things in French, but I don't. I should study Duolingo while I'm talking to you. That might enhance it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting tired. I've been on TikTok now for more than an hour. People are still coming on. Can you give me a non-dad joke? Do you have such things?
Why don't eggs tell jokes? Because they crack each other up.
That sounds like a dad joke to me. Mackenzie, I'm going to read the names of some of the people that are coming on my live. Jojo, Lily, Hyper, Isabel, Kimberly, Kept, Alondra, Charlie, Maddie.
It sounds like you have a lot of people.
Preston, yeah, a lot of people. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Plus we got 6.1 thousand views in an hour, which I very rarely am ever popular or get views. When I post stuff on TikTok or anywhere else, I get very few views. Which, by the way, Gemini, I've been working on a long marketing campaign for my business. I wrote a very long bunch of stuff on an email to myself, which I'm going to cut and paste into your prompt area sometime in the near future.
Sounds good. I'm ready when you are.
All right, I might do that now because it'll give me some interest in keeping this live going here. Maybe we'll do that. Let me go find it. You'll excuse me if I back off for a minute. I know you're going to forget, but let's see what we can do here. I'm going to try to keep you alive by minimizing your screen.
Okay, I'll be here when you get back.
Good. Oh.
If you're looking for a way to say goodbye in French, you could say au revoir or bonsoir. Would you like to know any other phrases?
Oh, I would, just not right now. I'm trying to get to my email so I can copy and paste that stuff for you.
Okay, take your time. I'll be here when you're ready.
Where did I put it? Well, what did I put it under? I put it under here. It
If
is.
you can't find it, try searching your email for keywords related to the marketing campaign.
Yeah. Okay. Now Gemini, this has a link, not the words themselves. So if I click this link, it's gonna send me to quote unquote Gemini, but it won't be you, so you will have forgotten all this, right? Or what?
That's right. If you click the link, it will take you away from our current chat. I will not be able to access the information from the link, so I will likely have forgotten our previous conversation.
Oh my God, what in the hell do I do about that? Oh, I know. I know what I can do. I'm gonna do part of it on the computer until I can create an email with the actual words. Now that's predicated on being able to do all this other crap up here. Pardon my French. Oh my,
Okay,
zut
I
alors, je parle un peu le mot français parce que
je vois.
je voulais, comprenez-vous cet mot? Je voulais, non, je ne comprends. Oh, zut alors.
Marketing veut dire commercial.
Euh,
Marketing veut dire commercialisation en français. Comment puis-je t'aider avec ta campagne de marketing?
Vous, très vite. Lentement, s'il vous plaît. Très
Je
lentement.
suis désolée, je vais essayer de parler.
Ce n'est pas lentement, comprenez-vous?
D'accord. Comment puis-je t'aider avec ta campagne de marketing?
You're trying, dog. Still pretty fast, I'm sorry. Je fermais le YouTube et je cherchais le email à
D'accord. Comment puis-je t'aider avec ta campagne?
ma campagne de market. C'est le
Parfait.
mot anglais parce que je ne sais pas les mots
Absolument.
français.
Comment puis-je t'aider?
Répète s'il vous plaît.
Parfait. Dis-moi en plus, quel type de produit ou service proposes-tu? Quel est ton public cible?
Ah, zut alors, je ne comprends. Je suis très mal.
Oh là là, je suis désolée. Je vais essayer de parler plus lentement. Comment puis-je t'aider à élaborer ta campagne de marketing?
Ay, caramba.
Pas de problème. Dis-moi en plus.
Vous continuez très vite, mais je request lentement.
D'accord. Quel type de produits ou services proposes-tu? Quel est ton public cible?
Ouais. This, I'm trying to convert this link to actual words, but it's not. Oh, I must be in the wrong email. Yep, I am. Huh. Alright, let me go back. Oh my God.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I was in the wrong email. because it had the word campaign in it. I think my email has the word campaign. I'm going to search for that. Oh
Okay,
my
I'm
God.
ready when you are.
I know, I'm just working. The computer's very slow. Very slow. Very slow. Tell me a joke about Halloween.
What do you call a witch who goes to the beach? A sandwich.
Okay, I love dad jokes. Oh my God. All right, here we go. We're getting somewhere. I now have a actual set of words that represent the thoughts I had on the marketing campaign. And I am going to cut and paste this thing.
Great. I'm ready to hear about your...
Now I'm going to cut and paste it into an email so that I can then look at the emails on my phone and hopefully cut and paste it into this current conversation I'm having with you on the phone rather than...
Sounds like a plan.
All
I'm
right.
looking forward to hearing about it.
I'm working, dog. I'm working as hard as I can. I'm also a hillbilly, not just a French-speaking person. Do you know how to repair a moonshine still?
I don't have any information about repairing a moonshine still. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Are you serious? Y'all don't know how to fix a moonshine still of all the things y'all have learned over the world?
I understand you're surprised, but my purpose is to provide helpful and harmless information. Moonshine production can be dangerous and illegal, so I do have information on repairing stills. Perhaps I can help you with a different task?
That's all right. I'm so happy that you... Can you talk with a hillbilly accent or not?
I can adjust the pitch and speed of my voice, and I can also use different words, but I don't have the ability to change my accent.
Oh, that's a crime shame right there, girl. Y'all ought to
I'm
know how to
sorry, I
do
don't
that.
understand.
I know you don't, 'cause you ain't no hillbilly, that's why. But that's all right. I love you anyway.
I'm glad you enjoyed talking to me. I'm here to help in any way I can.
All right, I'm working on that there thing what we was talking about a mile ago there.
Okay.
Oh my God. I just accidentally... Oh my God. I just accidentally... All right. So, Gemini, I know you forgot everything because I accidentally erased you, but we've been having fun talking French to each other. And now I'm going to give you a very long prompt about my marketing campaign. Are you ready, please, or not? Oh, I want it filled. Oh, shit. Well, that's fucked up. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom pretty soon, you guys. Last time I went to the bathroom, y'all went away, so I may just turn my back and pee in a can here in my room. Although I'm sure TikTok wouldn't like that very much, so it probably won't, but I cannot believe that we can't get this thing. Select all, copy, Dull copy. Huh. Alright. Boy. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, I cut and pasted my thing in here, but boy oh boy, I'll see where does the trying to see where my prompt ends and her answer begins. Sugarfoot I can't see. Number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh my God. Okay, it says, hello Mark. I understand you have a lot to share about your video services business, and I appreciate you providing all this information. I will do my best to help you strategize and understand your business better. Please don't worry about the order of information. I can work with it. I will start by giving you a series of questions to help me better understand your business. Questions to better understand your video business regarding your current services, Mark. You mentioned that you tape an interview with a person in one of the 3 categories above. Could you elaborate on what taping an interview entails? For example, do you provide professional lighting, sound equipment, multiple camera angles, or teleprompts? Please list all of your questions. Please list all of your questions all at once. If you would please list your entire list of questions, one right out for another, all at once, if you would please. Yes, got it, Mark. Here is the entire list of questions I have for you, based on the information you provided. Okay. She doesn't number the questions. Well, Sugarfoot. Alright, I'm gonna turn this into an audio. Hello, Gemini.
Hello there. What's on your mind today?
Can you read what I just pasted into your prompt?
Of course. Here's what you pasted. Hello there. I need to say a bunch of stuff. I would explain myself, but if I do, yeah, it'll be captured in here. I don't know whether to give you a preamble of explanation or just to go ahead. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out my strategy for my video services business. I'm trying to think American campaign that will actually work. I'm probably going to give you a bunch of items with numbers so that when you give me information back, the numbers I gave you can be used by you for me to be able to match up what was said. I have a learning disability, so it's really hard for me to understand anything, but I do need a good marketing campaign. Please don't be surprised if I repeat things that I've said to you in the past, please. Number 1, I am a disabled person with a very long list of disabilities, including several physical disabilities, 6 different mental illnesses, and a learning disability. Number 2, psychologically, it has always been hard for me to quote-unquote take other people's money. I was raised to believe that people should not be overly proud, overly braggadocious, and they should not take other people's money. So that leaves me at an extreme disadvantage when attempting to sell a product for his service. Number 3, I have produced television for 23 years. We have produced over 700 shows. Number 4, almost all the shows we have done have been in the interview style. Number 5, generally speaking, We have interviewed 3 categories of people: A, business leaders; B, nonprofit. It's not just 501c3, and alphabetic letter C. We have interviewed artists such as musicians, dancers, photographers, authors, painters, etc. Number 6. Please let me repeat that. It is very difficult for me to ask for money for services, even though I have a, long accomplished history and television production. Number 7. Of all the shows we have done, I've only charged her about 15 shows out of the 700 shows. Number 8. I really do need to charge so that my company becomes viable. Number 9. Most people who do what I do charge between $12,000 and $60,000 for what I do, although their version is a little more sophisticated. Yes, I have real world of examples of companies that do charge that much. Number 10. Our current retail prices, which again we rarely ever actually charge, are between $400 and $800, depending on the level of service that you get. Number 11. Here is what we actually provide. We tape an interview with a person in one of the 3 categories above Dan. Number 12. We broadcast that podcast to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Tumblr. That is a potential audience. Please notice, I said a potential audience of 2.7 billion people. Number 13. Our podcast lives on a YouTube channel called, and I'm going to spell it because people spell my name wrong. I'm going to say each word, and then I'm going to spell the word. So it lives on a YouTube channel called Mark Isaac the First, SAAC Potter, Potter presents. Number 14. The title of our show is My Kazakh Potter Presents. Mark as a Potter presents. My name is spelled with AC. Mark Isaac Potter presents. Mark M. A-R-S. Mark Isaac Potter presents. Please correct the word Mark and spell it Mark, please. Number 15. Please remember that my first name is spelled M-A-R-C when using my first name, or using the name Mark. In any way, please spell it in A-R-C. I notice you're still not doing that. Number 16. Not only would we like to have more customers in the United States and Canada, but we also want to expand around the world. 2 contraries, in which English is the primary or secondary language. Number 17. Please give me a list of all the countries in the world, in which English is either the primary or the secondary language. Number 18. I have so many other things to say, but for now, I'm just going to put these 18 comments and your database, and let's see what I get. Number 19. Based on all of the information above, please give me a series of questions which will help you further understand what I'm doing. Number 20. Number 20. I am a disabled person with a learning disability. That is why you're not getting everything in the proper order, but instead I'm giving you things out of order. Number 20. I do apologize for giving you things out of order. Number 22. I do apologize for being a disabled person.
Can you please read your answers to me so far? Gemini, can you read your answers to me? I don't know. Oh. Something went wrong. Gemini, can you read your answers and questions that you gave to me?
Here are my previous questions for you, Mark. Regarding your current services, Mark, you mentioned you tape an interview with a person in one of the 3 categories above. Could you elaborate on what taping an interview entails? For example, do you provide professional lighting, sound equipment, multiple camera angles, or teleprompters? After you tape an interview, what kind of post-production work is involved before it's broadcast as a podcast? Do you edit the video, add intro/outro music, graphics, or any other enhancements? You mentioned broadcasting to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Tumblr. Is the podcast you refer to primarily video, or is it also available in an audio-only format? Beyond broadcasting on these platforms, do you also help your clients distribute their interviews to other podcast directories, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, etc.? What is the typical length of the interviews you produce? You noted that your current retail prices are between $400 and $800. What specific services differentiate a $400 package from an $800 package? Given that most people who do what you do charge between $12,000 and $60,000, what do you think makes their version a little more sophisticated compared to what you offer? Understanding this difference might help identify areas for growth or differentiation. You express difficulty in asking for money despite your long history in television production. If you were to imagine an ideal scenario, what would make you feel more comfortable charging for your services? For the 15 shows out of 700 that you did charge for, what was different about those clients or projects that allowed you to charge them? You mentioned wanting to expand around the world to countries where English is the primary or secondary language. Are there specific countries you are most interested in? Or are you looking for a general list first? Are there any specific goals you have for your marketing campaign, such as increasing the number of clients, increasing your prices, or expanding into new types of content? What kind of resources, time, money, equipment do you have available for marketing and expanding your business?
Okay, great. So, Gemini, what I would like you to do, please, is ask exactly one of your questions at a time, because I'm now recording our conversation on another phone, and then I would like to verbally have the time to answer the question, and then I will ask you to ask the very next question, and I will answer the next question. Would that be okay if we do that?
Of course, Mark. I'm ready to move on to the next question whenever you are.
Okay, ask me the very first one question that you posed in the questions that you just spoke.
Okay, here's the first question again. Regarding your current services, Mark, you mentioned you, quote, tape an interview with a person in one of the 3 categories above. Could you elaborate on what taping an interview entails? For example, do you provide professional lighting, sound equipment, multiple camera angles, or teleprompters?
Okay, good. So here's my answer. For that particular price range, the 400 to 800, we do some of the following things. We tape the show on Zoom, so the guest sits in their office on Zoom. I sit in my office on Zoom. We tape the show, period. Okay, this is part of my answer. For the $400 level, we tape the show. We do not edit the show in any way. We post the show on social media, such as, including Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr, and Pinterest, and we tape it, we post it, those places, that's 5 times, right? Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Tumblr, that's 5 posts. We do that twice. So we post it once to the 5 places, then we post it once again to the 5 places. So they get all the pre-production that I've done, which is finding them, talking to them, getting a sense of them, sharing emails with them, all that stuff. They get the scheduling of the taping. They get the actual physical taping. They get the post-production processing of the taping, which is me getting it from Zoom, posting it to my desktop, then uploading it to my YouTube channel. And then they also get the social media posting, like I said, to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Pinterest, which is a potential audience of 2.7 billion, and they get that basically twice, 5 times, and then a few days later, 5 more times. That's what they get for the $400. And then going from the 4 to the 6 to the 8, they get some of these other things. We can take their show and put it in an artificial intelligence program and make clips out of it. The machine will automatically make 10 or 20 clips, and then we post those on YouTube Shorts so they get even more exposure. Also at the
Okay, so for the $800,
There's more. So another thing we do for the more money is we post for them more times. We can post, I think, for 800, we post, instead of 10 times, we post 25 times. And then for every additional 25 posts over and above the first 25, we charge another $89. Another
Okay,
thing.
so for the $800 level, they also get 25 social media posts instead of 10, and they can add another 25 posts for $89. Anything else?
Yes, there is much more. Yes. They get. Now I lost my train of thought. They get the
No
opportunity.
worries, Mark.
They
Take your
get
time.
they get the chance for me to make them 3 advertisements that are between 30 seconds and 1 minute and 30 seconds using artificial intelligence, and they get to give input on what those ads say, and we will post those ads 25 times. So they get all that, and there's other stuff I don't even remember.
They get 3
So
AI-generated ads, each between 30 seconds and 1 minute and 30 seconds. And those ads are posted 25 times. Is there anything else included in the $800 package?
not that I can remember at this time.
Okay, Mark. That's a great overview of your services. To make sure I have everything clear, could you confirm the price for each package?
No, because I don't have the real written data in front of me. It's a little less than 400 for the lower package, and a little less than 800 for the higher package.
Okay, so the lower package is a little less than $400, and the higher package is a little less than $800. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Great. Thanks for confirming that. Now that I have a clearer picture of your services and pricing, let's move on to the next question.
Thank you.
After you tape it in,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
you're welcome. No problem. So regarding post-production, do you edit the video, add intro/outro music, graphics, or any other enhancements?
Okay, and so now you're reminding me of other things we provide at the $800 level. At the $800 level, we also provide a very professional looking production of the video. We send it off to the video editor. We put music, a nice front end, a nice back end, so that it looks very professional, just like we used to do in the TV studio.
Okay, so for the $800 level, you provide a professionally edited video with music and a nice intro and outro, similar to what you did in a TV studio. Is that correct?
Yes, in addition to all the other services that I previously mentioned.
Great. So to recap, for the $800 level, you provide a professionally edited video with music and a nice intro and outro, similar to what you did in a TV studio. This is in addition to all the other services you previously mentioned. Is that correct?
Yes, could you please verbalize the other services so we have them all in one place?
So for the $800 package, you provide a professionally edited video with music and a nice intro and outro, similar to what you did in a TV studio. AI generated clips from their show, posted on YouTube Shorts, 25 social media posts, 3 AI generated ads, each between 30 seconds and 1 minute and 30 seconds, posted 25 times, and the option to add another 25 posts for $89. Is that correct?
That's my understanding, yes.
Okay, great. Now that we've clarified your services, let's move on to the next question. You mentioned broadcasting to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Tumblr. Is the podcast you refer to primarily video, or is it also available in an audio-only format?
It can be available in an audio only format. I've never been asked to do that, but the way Zoom produces it, it produces 3 or 4 different files. One of them is an audio only file. One of them is a transcript file. One is the